Okay, we are live. Hi, guys. Welcome to the stream. Honestly, I didn't even know what the topic was going to be until just a minute ago, and so I'm not prepared in this way. I'm just going to sort of talk about what I've noticed in a lot of the people that I'm helping coach right now. I've noticed that many of them are experiencing what they would describe as breakthrough moments, where you feel like you're kind of stuck for a while or kind of lost for a while or unsure of yourself or disconnected. And then comes a point when suddenly you just feel like you've had an upgrade of some kind. You feel like you've had a breakthrough moment or a series of moments that have helped you just feel new in your life again. A new sense of clarity, a new sense of perspective, a new sense of who you are, a new sense of belief in yourself, a new sense of drive, a new sense of energy, a new sense of movement towards your goals and dreams, a new sense of lightness or happiness or playfulness or fun in your life. Those are all possible. So, I guess what I want to do before I invite people up in the room with me, which I should also add a link to, let me do that right now in the chat section. If you would like to join me on this stream, link is in the chat. Also, feel free to text me if you'd rather do that. Room is open for anyone. Um, but I just want to spend today talking about how possible it's not only possible, it is very logical that you can find a breakthrough in any area of life you want. I help people find belief in themselves if that's what they're looking for. I help people find movement and progress towards their dreams if that's what they're looking for. I help people find connection with themselves and who they are if they're struggling with that. And I help people find happiness if that's something that they're lacking. But no matter what it is that you want, it's absolutely possible. And again, I mean, possible is like the minimum, like such a low bar. It's not only possible, it's very like it's very believable that you can have the breakthrough you're looking for. It's just a matter of finding the right information and f- uh, changing your perspectives, changing how you're looking at things so that you can um, see the kinds of results that you want. And I will tell you, all of the results come from emotional mastery, like finding ways to understand your emotions. They will tell you everything. They will tell you where you need to shift some things. They will tell you where you need to double down on certain things that are helping you. They'll tell you about yourself and who you are. They'll help you find and discover yourself. They'll help you understand that it's very easy for you to believe in yourself and whatever that your heart wants in this life to create. They'll help you along the trail of discovering the ways that you can manifest your dreams, bring them to life. I'm seeing this every day. I'm seeing cool ideas pop into my head, new perspectives, clarity, new opportunities, the drive and the energy to keep going and finding cool moments or events or opportunities to jump onto um, to to explore ideas that my mind is playing with. Like there's so many different ways that all of this is possible, but it all comes back to that one simple thing, which is your emotions, your emotions, your emotions. And I'll also add the headspaces that your emotions are telling you you're in. Those headspaces are the most important thing. So I'm going to just briefly just riff again. This is totally unplanned. I'm not prepared today. I'm just jumping on a live stream, going to share with you these whatever's coming to my head, and then I'm gonna open the floor to whoever wants to chat. Um, but in terms of like finding your breakthrough, I truly believe everyone's breakthrough is coming. Like it's coming. It's a matter of, are you ready for it? Are you ready to let that breakthrough happen? Are you ready to ride it? Are you ready to accept it? Are you ready to let it into your life and flow with it? And to do that, um, I would say the biggest keys or the biggest things that you can do in order to find that for yourself is number one, believe it's possible. Like believe that a breakthrough is possible, that you can find no matter what rut you're in or no matter how long you've been in it, it is absolutely possible for you to make shifts in your life. Anything that any growth you can find if you want to grow on something or discover new, your answers or the solutions that will help you, the answers you're looking for, the clarity you're looking for. Think about it like, um, what's the best way to say it? Think about it like all it is changing your thoughts and perspectives. At the end of the day, that's all that it requires for growth to happen. We all have stumbles in our life. We all have moments where we feel knocked down or we feel lost or we feel anxious or we feel like we're in despair or we feel hopeless. We feel confused. Like these are all natural. These are all part of like living a human life. But in those moments and through those moments, we learn what it is that we actually care about, what's important to us in this life, what we want out of everything, what we want our life to look like, what kind of life we want to create. And so that knowledge is in you already. And it's just a matter of discovering how to open that up and let that in. And the best way to do that is just to simply change your thoughts and perspectives. However, that can be tricky if you are struggling in the moment because new thoughts and perspectives that are actually helpful to you come from good headspaces. And so that's the second key. Besides believing that the breakthrough is possible, find your way, however it is that you um, that works for you. But I will say, like, certain things work for different people better than others, but also, like, even for you, what works today, what works right now may not work tomorrow. And you might have to find a different way tomorrow. It might be a different answer for you, but finding ways to good headspaces. So there's, again, many ways you could do that. You could do that by relaxing more, resting more, playing more, laughing more, watching more positive content, um, talking to more friends that you love that you always feel good after you talk to them. It can come from writing more or getting creative more, letting yourself explore those creative ideas you have, the art you make, whether that's dance or whether that's content creation or whether that's music or whatever it is that you do. It can come from uh, purposely trying to play with different ideas and perspectives that feel good to you. um, Basically, the idea to get into good headspaces is what are things that you can think, say, and do that can help you feel better. And when you feel better, any positive emotion, whether that's calm and restful or whether that's excited and passionate, all of those come with good headspaces. And once you're in good headspaces for, you know, more extended periods of times and more frequently, you're going to then get the clarity you're looking for. It's just going to pop in. It's just going to, you'll just understand things in a different way. You'll see things in a different way. You'll have different vantage points over things. A lot of us, what I'm finding in the people that I coach is that so many people are so stressed and they're worried about their life, like their circumstances in the moment, to a degree where they're just keeping themselves in negative headspaces, kind of spinning in that negativity about it, just like for long stretches of time every day. Just like that's like a constant loop that they find themselves in. And my thought is no matter how bad something might seem, um, the answer is always going to be the same. It's always going to be getting to a point where you can find good headspaces more frequently so that you can unlock the answers that you're looking for yourself. Um, so believe that your breakthrough is coming. It is. Like, I believe everyone's breakthrough is coming, and it can happen soon. Like, it can happen as soon as you start making some inner shifts. A lot of the things that I teach is about learning how to change your inner world, your thoughts and emotions. And that will naturally and logically start changing your outer world, your external world. other people. Once you start changing your inner world, all kinds of cool things happen because you've now changed your energy. And no matter what's going on around you, when you start changing your energy, things just happen differently. You start getting ideas that you normally don't think about. They just start coming to your head and you start moving with some of them and they result in some cool things. People start reacting differently to you. Even people who have acted a certain way for a long time, when you start changing your energy, it tends to affect other people too. And so they start responding to you in better ways. Um, when you start changing your inner energy, you start interpreting the world differently. So you're going through the same day, same job, maybe same lack of job, same friendships, same relationships, same places that you visit. But everything seems to just look a little different when you change your inner world. You start to interpret things differently, absorb things differently. You start to be able to like spot new kinds of opportunities that are just floating around in the world around you that maybe you completely missed for a long time. And so, no matter what kind of rut that you might be in, just remember that it's ultimately about getting to better headspaces and just watch what happens. Right now, I have 9 active clients that I'm working with, and every single one of them is seeing cool progress in their life. Some of them that have finished the program that I'm doing currently, which I'll share in a few weeks, um, have seen life-changing, dramatic changes in their life. And so this is not a fluke. I know it can happen because I'm helping people do it. And so far, it's worked for every single person I've worked with. Um, so that just goes to show this is not like, oh, maybe it'll happen, like, but a lot of people like resign themselves to the idea of like, yeah, I believe good things can happen, but not for me. Like it never happens for me. It's those are other people get breakthroughs. I'm not someone who gets breakthroughs, but that kind of story that you're telling, that kind of perspective that you have, what if I told you that's kind of the reason, like that's the main reason why you're not seeing the breakthrough that you deserve, the happiness that you want, the 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 goals and dreams achieved that you want, that your heart cares about. Like that's all possible. It's just a matter of changing how you're thinking about things and changing how you're approaching your life and kind of accessing and connecting your mind with your heart and then moving from there. Just like think of it that way. It's just connecting these two things and then moving as much as you can. Um, that's going to lead to your breakthrough, and it's not even that crazy that would happen, because once you start changing how you think about how easy this can be. Once you start changing how you think, you naturally start saying different things. Like literally the words that come out of your mouth are going to be different when you start thinking differently. The tone you use is going to be different. Your body language is going to be different. Your choices that you make are going to be different. The way you interpret the world is going to be different. Like all of those things are going to get you different results than you're getting right now. From the moment you start doing this, you can start seeing real changes. I have people that with one session that I'm with which it's like an hour and a half with someone, they can see changes literally later that day by starting to implement the things that we're talking about and the things that are all over my channel. By the way, you don't need my coaching in order to get this. Like, watch the videos that I posted, watch these live streams. You have everything inside that you need. All it is listening to yourself, doing what makes you happy, speaking in ways that empower you, that support you, that encourage you. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And the more you do that, even if you just did it 10% more than you do right now, or 20% more than you're doing now, guess what you're going to see? A 10 to 20% increase in how happy you feel, or how much improvement you see. And so just doing that more and more. This doesn't have to be an overnight thing either. It can be. For some people it is, but it can also be more gradual, and it's your practice. You can take this at your pace, and that's kind of the cool part of it. So if this is helpful to you, if this is resonating with you, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, give me a like on the video. That will help this message be spread to more people. More people can see it, the more people like and engage with this. And if you haven't, please feel free to subscribe to my channel so that you can see upcoming videos that come up. I'm going to open the floor now. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to text them. or join me up on video or audio. Let's see. We got Alina. Alina, welcome.
Hello!
Hi
Long time no talk.
again. Yes, yes, yes. What was it? It's been 4 full hours, maybe.
I
Maybe.
know.
Yeah, I know. How was your day since I last talked to you?
It's going, and I feel proud of myself. And I say that humbly, but I just like sent some emails and I read them back, and I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
Because
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
you can shit on this. you know?
Oh, I
Like,
like that perspective. I love that perspective. Hell yeah.
yeah.
That's a really empowering way you're kind of seeing this. By the way, you're like, just to let people know, like, we do coaching together. And like, how would you say, do you feel like you have, like, the theme today is breakthroughs. And I'm curious how do you kind of see yourself as having a somewhat of a breakthrough, or do you feel one coming for you soon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that there's been many.
Yeah.
And And I think that, I'm just recognizing my own value more than I have,
Mm.
you know, maybe there was a time period. Okay, I think there was a time period where I was very much recognizing my value in a lot of situations, and then came a time period where I really forgot. And
Mm-hmm.
that right now I'm in that process of becoming again. And like, I sent some stuff out and I read it and I just thought to myself, wow, like, what a wonderful reply I wrote
Mm.
here. And it clearly shows how much value I'm bringing. And but more so than anything, I'm not too concerned about the perception,
Mm.
of others. I just really was focusing on, holy crap, I wrote that, and this is my knowledge, and this is my
Yes.
insight, and this came from my brain.
Yeah.
So, no matter what anyone's response is, I can confidently say that I feel like a smart person.
Oh my god. I fucking love this so much. Alina, you have no idea how happy it makes me for you to be talking this confidently. For you to like, you know your value, you see your value, it's very clear to you. The fact that you say it doesn't even matter what the response is because you know and that's all that matters. Oh my god. Like this is like music to my ears. Like just truly like this is how I this is what I hope for every all of us. Like if we all felt this way and talk this way, imagine how much better life is when this is the and this like and you're already seeing some of the positive like outcomes that come from approaching life in this way with this newfound confidence and being proud of yourself and being seeing your value, like knowing your worth. Like you already see the like little bubbles of or sometimes big bubbles of like what can happen, but the more you do this on a consistent basis from here, it's only going to keep happening, it's only going to keep going. Like this is how like no matter what job you're working in or no matter what job you want in the future or no matter even if you wanted some to do something completely on your own in the future, like this is how to make that work because people
Yeah,
want to work with people that think like this, that see their own value. They want to hire people that see their own value, or they want to like find you in whatever business you start creating because of all through all this. Like they want to work with you because you know your own value. So no matter what route you take, like this is going to be so beneficial to you.
yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think that, like, to add to that, just kind of thinking about how this new insight
Mhm.
also reminds me that there are multiple ways to get to a destination. And I don't mean that like literally, even though it's obviously literally true as well.
Mhm.
I mean metaphorically, I guess, because there are people, even internally in my company who have done things a certain way for a number of years and, thought that this is the only way, right?
Mhm.
But that's not true, and we see that because the times are always changing, laws and regulations are always changing, processes are changing, generations are changing,
Yeah.
the way people's minds work is changing, and
Mhm.
so, it's just like these reminders of like, okay, well, just because a set of people, a group of people, an organization has done things historically the same for this many years doesn't mean that that's how things have to keep going, right? In one
Yeah.
organization or another, or just like in the world.
Oh, that's such a good point. That is such a good point. Yeah, totally. Like knowing that that everyone's different. Everyone and everything is different and is always in a state of change. So like, and by the way, like we're at a time now where it feels like there's more change happening day to day now than ever before in the
Yeah.
history of the world. Like
Mhm.
truly, it does feel like that. Like even with like the AI stuff is the biggest example I can see. Like my AI started using ums and started like laugh. I do a voice, like I talk to my AI,
Yeah.
and
Oh, really?
yeah,
What are you using, if you don't mind me asking?
chat GPT, and I think you could do this with the free version of it too. But
Wait,
watch,
it could talk? I didn't
y-
think it could talk.
yes, watch. I'll show you. Like you just open it up, and then you hit
Okay.
the little black button right here that on that
Okay.
side,
Okay.
and and hey, give me a good question that I can pose to my live stream audience for this episode on breakthroughs.
Ooh, how about this? What's one moment in your life where you felt like you had a huge breakthrough
Wait,
and
why?
you
I'm
learned from
actually
it?
so confused because I just interrupted AI.
Yeah,
Well,
that's okay.
like,
He's definitely used to it.
did you name yours? Yours is
I asked him what his name was, and
me too.
what's yours his name?
Oh my gosh, I forgot because it was a while ago when I told. No, but it was some really cool, like, celestial type names that
Ooh,
I came up with because I think it knows that I've asked it, like, some, I guess, spiritual sort of questions
y-
before. It was
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like star seed, like something along those,
I
you
love
know?
it.
And I was
Yeah,
like, oh no, it was Nova. Nova.
Nova. Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool. That's
yeah.
very cool.
But did
Yeah.
you see how I mixed that up? I thought star
I
seed.
could totally see that. They both are very related in my head, yeah.
Yeah, wait, this is so cool though because I always, would like type to it and then just like
Oh my
read.
god. Talking to it is the best. Like,
I
I brainstorm with it. Sometimes I'll spend 20 minutes back and forth with it. Sometimes I'll give it a prompt where I'm talking for, like this is gonna sound crazy, but, like, I'm sometimes talking for, like, 8, 10 minutes of, like,
yeah,
explaining something of, like, "Here's what I'm thinking, blah, 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 blah," and then, like, "What do you think of this?" And then, like, sometimes that gets you the best responses.
yeah, totally. No, I love that. I really run a lot of things by chat now and
Yeah.
I mean, some people have opposing views. I totally get it, but at the same time, I just think this is the best solution for so many issues.
It's a resource that we have available to us. I know it's gonna scare some people for sure, but in my mind, it's like this is like when the internet came up and started scaring people, or like when video games came up and people were worried about what their kids were gonna be like if they played too much video games. It's like you either
Yeah.
flow with the upgrade of the technology, or you kind of, I don't know, you miss out on what
Yeah.
cool it's not going away, and you might as well take advantage of how helpful it can be in so many different scenarios.
I absolutely agree. I think that's actually one of my breakthroughs too, is I really was in opposition of AI even like as recently as like 6 months ago. I was like, "Ugh,
Mm,
I don't want to use chat. I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's doing it. I don't want to do it." And then I
right.
used it and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna like sit down and be quiet because it really changed my
Yeah.
experience in a lot of ways.
Totally. Me too. Like I wish, I mean, I guess it could write things because I put out an email and but it never, I don't know. It just doesn't capture my voice in the way that I feel like I don't know, or the kinds of ideas. It always gives me like, I don't know, very basic ideas like, journaling and scripting and that kind of stuff, and I'm like
Mhm.
I just come I so I feel like I'm still, and maybe this is a good thing too, that I'm writing my own stuff, but for like idea generation or like working through things I should be doing or things that I could try, like anything brainstorming related, or if I have like just random, sometimes it'll be like a question of like, I go into a store and I'm like, I really want oat milk. And there's like five different brands. And so I just tell it all of the brands, and I'm like, give me the which of these is the healthiest based on all the ingredients in them, and then it will give me answer, and it'll be like it makes things like that so much easier for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I think
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I lost my thought, but that's okay.
Well, this is going to like the change idea. Like this is the world is changing, people are changing, companies are changing. Like it's inevitable and it's just going to keep happening. It's the only inevitability it's in the world is like change. It'll just always be true. And so like riding with that change and like knowing like you were saying to your point like that change is to your benefit because that means even if you've been stuck for a long time, change is possible because all the elements are possibly are changing. Like the elements are changing, the people around you are changing, like
Yeah.
the circumstances are changing, how things are done are changing, the processes like you said are changing. Like if all of that's changing, then you can find it then it doesn't even it isn't like hard to believe that your breakthrough is possible because the changes are happening. It's just a matter of flowing with it.
Well, yeah, you're absolutely right, and I did remember what I wanted to say. I think that there's just so many different ways, like you were saying, to use it. Like I used it, I asked it to generate an image of what it thinks hope is. Like I was just really curious, and I was like,
Mm,
"Can you generate, this image for me of what you see as hope?" And it just like I don't know, it just illustrated this gorgeous picture of like
mm,
a little trail with some hills and then like a little house and some sunshine, and it was just like
mm,
so pretty, and I actually ended up saving it to my camera roll, and sometimes I just look at it because I thought I mean it really I could just feel that it was increasing, I don't know, like dopamine in my brain or something, like
sure. Yeah.
when I, perceived that photo after it created it, I got some kind of feeling, like, I felt
Mm,
like there was some kind of chemical reaction that AI's, like, I guess, perception of hope
mhm.
was this image, like, it definitely created some kind of, like, dopamine hit for my brain, and I
Cool.
really appreciated it.
Hell yeah. And that is doing good things for you. Like adding like I was just watching a video of this woman who I may have told you about her, but she's basically a doctor who talks about the importance of the good hormones in our body, like how our when our brain releases
Oh, yeah.
dopamine and oxytocin. I don't remember that. I'm not a medical guy,
Yeah.
but like that's really helpful for our system, like for our body to like get those get those hormones moving through us. Like it helps us activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us heal our bodies. It helps us feel more relaxed, which lets our body do what it naturally wants to do. So like that's such a great example of like um AI providing something for us that we can then like makes our life better in some way. And by the way, like I've used it to help me like come up with things that maybe I can say in response to someone that's might be a
Yep,
tricky situation
yep.
or like yeah, like that kind of stuff it's really helpful with. I recommend like people use that like at least to see what it has to say or what perspectives it might have on problems that you're going through or challenges that you're facing because it sometimes offers up amazing advice.
Well, and it's so, like, collaborative in terms of, like, some people will have opposing views and be like, "Oh, well, everyone's just so lazy now, blah, blah, blah." But it's like, "Okay, but I'm using it in collaboration. It is still my
Yeah,
brain that created the question that
yes,
could help to resolve, right? Like, if
totally.
I didn't create an input, it couldn't give me an output, and
So right, yeah,
obviously it really varies. You can provide like, you can provide it with some really simple data, but you can ask it some really complex stuff. So I don't
yes.
love, how people say, "Oh, well, it's just for lazy people or whatever." But I think it just depends on how you use it.
Totally. And like I remember this conversation with like calculators in school when I was a kid. It's like, oh, if you use a calculator,
Mhm.
you're cheating, or that's the lazy way out, or whatever, or you're not going to learn. And then it's and they would even say like, you're not going to have a calculator when you're, out in the world and whatever. And then of course, like on all of our phones, we have a
I
calculator.
mean, these are
And
the same people that taught us, line dancing instead of taxes, right? Like, not that there's anything not that there's anything wrong
thing
with
wrong
line
with line
dancing,
dancing? No,
right?
no,
But I think
that's
that,
helpful too.
they could have also made room for other important subjects, and they definitely did not. So I'm like, I'm not taking their word for a lot of things.
Yeah, and so and like and you're so right about the prompts. Like it to get good results out of that, it does take good prompts. Like adding, like having, and this is also true to life too. And this is like a mindset thing that is really helpful because our brains just naturally want to answer things and solve things and connect dots. And so it's really helpful to ask yourself positive leaning questions, even
Mhm.
if you don't, whether you ask AI and get its advice too, that's cool. But even separately than AI, it's like using like your own mind to just pose positive questions to yourself. Like, uh, I wonder when I'll, I wonder when that breakthrough will happen. Like that's such a positive lean question. And even if you don't get an answer in that moment, there's something about letting your brain like uh hang out there, float on that question, have
Mhm.
that going in the back of of your mind for a while. That really adds, because then your brain starts to like look for that. It starts to like seek that out, and then you'll be
Yeah.
more likely to see the things that are going to help you get that breakthrough.
Huh, I really like that.
Yeah. Because if you ask yourself of like, what's wrong with me? Or like, why
Mhm.
is it always so hard? Or like those kind of questions, your brain is trying to give you answers to that. And it's going to only come up with shit. And so if you start replacing the questions that you ask yourself, like, I wonder how easy this can be. I wonder how, I wonder how smooth I can make
Oh my gosh,
today.
that's so funny because AI is totally like people talk about this on the internet too. It's so funny because if you complain to it and you say, "Oh my gosh, this is so hard, blah, blah, blah," whatever, right?
Mhm.
It'll agree with you and it'll be like, "Yes, it is so hard,
Mm,
blah, blah, blah."
mhm.
But then you're so right that if you change that tune and you say, "You know how easy this was?" It'll be like, "Yeah, you're so right."
Yes, you're right either way. It'll confirm you, which is actually how our brain works. Like it will find whatever we believe, our mind has to make true. So if you believe something's easy, it has to find ways to see things as easy. And if you believe something's hard, it has to find ways to prove you right, because that's just what the mind does. That's its only job, is to take the thoughts that you give it and then make them true over
Yeah.
and over and over again. So what there was this great quote from Marissa Peer, who's a cool
Oh,
like there.
her.
Do you know her?
I see her. I don't like know her, but I've actually seen so many snippets of her pop up on my feed, and I like
Ooh, yeah.
follow her. So I don't like I haven't researched her enough, but like
Yeah.
I like everything she said
I
in
know.
the
She also has that cool British accent that you like so
yeah,
much.
oh my god, she does, you're so right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what drew me to her, and maybe that's what put her on my FYP because I've been listening to other people with accents on YouTube, and maybe there's some app tracking going on.
Maybe, like maybe, but that's a good feed if you got Marissa Peer on your feed. She's very like just like she explains the mind so well, but what she says is like the mind's job is to take our thoughts and make them real. And so your job is to feed it good thoughts.
Yeah, okay.
And then it has to make those real, and it totally makes sense. If you say I'm a failure, if you say to yourself like I'm not good enough, I don't belong, I'm a failure, I'm never gonna get what I want, all that stuff, then your mind is just going to keep finding you evidence and proof and like facts that prove you right, that back you up. But if you start changing the thoughts that you're giving yourself, start saying like, I know that I can go at my own pace. I know that I can figure things out. I know my value. I know my worth. I feel good about where I'm going. Like I know that I could see progress in whatever it is that I want to achieve. Then your mind has to start operating in that way and making that true. It's very much like how AI works. Our AI is very much like how the brain operates, which is so interesting. But this also goes to another piece too, which is it's like there are no no's. Uh, like like you can't say don't do this, or like for example, I was looking, I use AI. I'm not an artist, so like I a lot of what I use AI for is like picture generation, like logo generation, like make me an image that I can, you know, use for a program that I have, you know. And it gave me this picture of like this cool like beach scene, but it was kind of like a cool 80s retro look to it, kind of like video game-esque a little, like an old, like almost like a Grand Theft Auto type of like Vice City kind of like vibe to it.
Mhm.
And the picture looked great, but it had like you know, that those like I don't know how to describe this, but sometimes like a lot of 80s retro images have like these colors that are like pink, purple, some kind of bright blue, like electric blue, and
Okay.
then like these grid lines on it, like these, I don't know how to I wish I can I don't have one to show you, but
I feel like
um
I'm wondering if it's the same kind of vibe that, like, I was just telling you about the picture that it generated for me. I wonder if it's generating in a similar style.
um
'Cause
yeah,
it
actually oh, I can show you. Okay, hold on, let me see how I could do this. Let's do, yeah, let's do this one. It's good. um I'm gonna try to share this with you. How do I do that? Screen share. Share a window? Share, allow share screen. Okay. And then let's go. Oh, actually, wait, can you see this?
yeah, mhm.
Can you see this? Oh, this image? Or
Um,
is that not popping up? Hold on.
see, like, wait, I saw you just exited out of, like, a tiny screen.
Yeah, this is not working. Hold on. Let me stop this. Let me find, I'm just going to add a image. Here we go. And I'm going to choose whichever this thing was. Okay, here we go. This thing. Do you see
Oh,
this?
this is oh my gosh, I love it.
Right. It's like kind of cool. It's like there's this sun, but there's like this,
I
and
see grid lines, yeah.
yeah, and I love this. I love this kind of an image, but I didn't want the grid lines. I was like, okay, so can you do this? I told AI, I was like, can you do this again, but but don't have the grid lines in there. And
Mhm.
it just kept feeding me fucking grid lines over and over, going because it doesn't understand. No, as soon as you say the word, it's like it has to include that in it. It's like it doesn't understand how to negate something or not have something. And so that's very much like how that's very much,
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah, I don't know how to get rid of this
It's
now.
fine, it'll just be a guest.
It'll just be a guest.
We're
Uh
welcoming the sun
the
into
sun. Okay, I like that. That's, at least that's positive. Yeah, but like it doesn't understand how, like it doesn't understand no. And in the same way, our mind doesn't do that either. So if you say something like, you know, I just want to stop feeling so scared.
Mhm.
There you're still in a vibe of fear because you brought the word up. You've said that has, the word scared has entered your mind to even say that. And so it's present somewhere still in there. What you have to say is, I want to feel safe. I want to feel secure. I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel peaceful. That has no fear in in a statement, in those kind of statements.
Okay,
So,
so I'm gonna throw in another question on
oh,
this
hell yeah.
topic of what you're saying. So
Great.
you know how you said you changed it to I want to feel something completely different than that?
Yes.
But I've also read which I okay, I have a hard time understanding this, but I've also read that people say that you shouldn't use the word want at all because if you say I want, that means I don't have. Like the state of wanting
Hmm.
it is a lackful state. And it's like I understand, but it's like I don't know. It's also like okay, so you have to track every thought that meticulously, I guess, is it just seems I don't
Mm.
know, it seems complex.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and uh, it depend I would say there's a point to this. There definitely is a point to this, but it really depends on how you feel about it. Like, I don't necessarily mind saying I want things, but I also don't have a feeling of lack when I say that. I'm fully content and saying I want, I know where I want my career to go. I know what I want my, romantic life to go. Like, I know what I want, but I don't feel like oh, that's disappointing that it's not here now. But if you say I want something and you do feel that like emptiness or that lack in there when you talk about it like that, then
Yeah.
yeah, then it's working against you. It's better not to say it at all. Like, it's better just to say, but it's hard because like saying I have that thing, if it's not true, like you're not gonna, it's not believable. So you probably wouldn't say that,
Okay,
right?
that's okay. That was my other point is like, so what are you supposed to do? According to, I guess, like the teachers or whatever who say that is not to discredit them. I'm sure they mean well by it, but then what are you supposed to say? Well, I have this thing already because that seems a little bit like woo woo, also, right?
Yeah, and I feel like it's here's a cheat code that you can use for this, which is say I'm on my way to this thing because
Yeah.
that is believable. It's absolutely true. You are on the path to it. You're on the journey to it. And it doesn't feel unbelievable, like when you say I'm on my way to, if I looked in the mirror right now and said I am a millionaire, like that would feel there's something off about that because I don't have that much money in my account. But if I said I am on my way to becoming a millionaire, well, that's very believable to me. Like I totally buy that. And so like there's a bit, that difference is huge. It's like, again, like what is it, the feeling inside you? What does it feel like? And if it feels true to you, then I always think that on the path, on the journey, on my way, those phrases can make you, can allow you to talk about your dreams in a way that feels good and is believable, and that's what you want.
Yeah, like whichever way feels like the least,
Yeah.
I guess least resistance.
Yeah, or ideally have no resistance in it. Like when you say, give me a dream that you have that you're sort of like, in like would love in your mind right now.
Mm, I'd like to get into my Jeep, my new
Oh, okay, great.
Rubicon,
So,
the 60,000, all pink.
hell
It's
yeah, pink
super
Jeep. All
leather.
right.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. I love how detailed this is. So when you say I'm on my way, or on the journey to my Jeep, or I'm on my way of manifesting this Jeep,
Yeah.
like, does that feel like there's any resistance to that idea?
I think not very much when we talk about it together. Maybe
Yeah.
when I'm alone, there's a little more.
I see, I see, sure. But, like, take, timetables out in your mind too, because, like, wouldn't it be believable to you that in, like, 30 years from now, you'll long have the ability to get this Jeep?
Yeah.
Like, with
Oh, yeah.
that much time, right? Oh, yeah. Like, your response of, like, "Oh, yeah." Like, it's so obvious.
Wait, that's
So
cool actually because you're right. I actually didn't hesitate when I answered that, which is that's
no.
great. I'm happy to hear that I had no hesitation when you
Yeah,
asked.
it wasn't even it was there was not a sliver of doubt in that response when you just said, "Oh, yeah." Like, you had, like it was, like, firm certainty. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's the kind of certainty. So just don't put a timeline on it. I'm not saying, but if you said, I'm on my way to getting a Jeep tomorrow, that would feel very resistant because that is like not believable to you in your mind, right?
And so then again, going off of that, is there a way to make that believable in my mind?
To make it happening tomorrow believable,
Uh-huh, because okay, essentially we're what, on a floating rock, like or spinning rock or whatever. Everyone's
flying through space. Yeah, is that where you're
yeah,
going? Like
like so
Earth?
like
Yeah,
what is real really, right? Like I hate to sound completely woo-woo, but also is that not true? I think it is. And so if
sure.
that is the case, then anything is possible. So so I guess, yeah, are there any ways that you think that there is, a possibility to remove all resistance from this statement happening like tomorrow?
Well, I think part of the reason you are able to get rid of the resistance is by taking the time element off the table. Because, and the bottom line is, here's the cool part: once you have no resistance to it, then your mind is free to find the ways to get it. And that may happen very quickly. But the, the goal is, how can I think about this and talk about this in a way that doesn't have resistance to it? That's the trick.
It's also it's funny because, like, right now, I'm sitting in a part of my house, and I know where my car is parked, but it's very easy for me, I can visualize my car right now, even though I'm not looking
Mm,
at it, I can see the picture of my car, but it's
yeah.
also very easy for me to visualize the pink Jeep that I just described to you parked
Yeah.
where my car is currently parked. Like, I have no resistance there,
Nice.
which
Nice.
that some people actually, like, really struggle with that. I've heard that, people have a really hard time with, like, visualizing images of things in their, like, brain. So I'm like,
Yes.
"Okay,
Right.
I definitely can see it."
That will help you. That will help you. Because again, like, think about this: all you're doing with, like, even an exercise like that is you're allowing your mind to float in those good headspaces, that it is believable that you can have that, that you can do that, that you can manifest that, that you can create this kind of life that you want. That's all you need. And then if you operate in your life, in your daily life, with this kind of vibe, with this kind of confidence, with this kind of, like, I don't know, knowing in yourself and what it is that you want your life to be, you will naturally start thinking of ideas that will help you get there. Your brain will connect those dots in a really cool way. So just keep doing, like, that's the kind of thing you want to pay attention to. But also notice when you say things or think things that kind of knock you off in terms of, like, your vibe. Like, they make you feel doubt, or they raise questions of, like, uncertainty in you. Those are the ones where now you're out, now you're in a different mindset, which is fine to be in. That's fine. Like, we have those too, but just know that those are logically not going to help you as much as the ones that, when you feel good, when you can visualize your Jeep. So take the timeline off the table, but then notice how, when you take the timeline of getting this thing off the table, how much easier it is for you to start making moves towards that thing in your life. It might not be tomorrow, but for some people, it might be easy to believe that can happen soon. But it really depends on the person. But that's the thing. You have to listen to yourself. And that's the whole goal, is, like, how do you listen to you? How do you listen to you and do what works for you and think in ways that work for you?
I really love the taking the time off the table. I think that today was one of the first times that I've actually really, like, let that sink in, because I think I've heard this before, maybe from you and from other sources as well.
Mm,
Um, I know that I've had this similar type of conversation before, but it didn't resonate back then. I definitely felt it resonate now, because I was like, well, how can I take time out of it before?
right.
Well, how? Because time is real, but it's like,
Yeah.
no, if it
That,
is.
well, okay, so two cool things about this. Number one is, the reason that it resonates now with you and it didn't before is because now you're in a place where you're vibing on a higher level more frequently. So, like, that level that you've reached in the last few weeks, like, as we've been working together, your like energy is up here now. Now different things are going to resonate with you and hit you
Yeah.
differently and absorb differently than it did before, right?
Well, yeah, and to add to that, I think it's because there's not as much control, because before I used to perceive that as like, oh, well, if I take time out of the equation, then I don't have control. And that used to, like, really bother me, you
Mm.
know?
Yeah, sure. And, like, letting it be not, it's not that we have to control things, because there is a lackful element of that. If you think you have to control things, then you don't fully believe it. It's like you have to, like,
Yeah.
force things, right? So, like, that energy isn't quite
Mhm.
it. But, like, allowing yourself to flow with whatever happens, and know that when you do that, you're going to run into the things that are helpful to you. You're going to run into the people that are helpful to you. You're going to run into the opportunities that are helpful to you. Um, there's this really cool like framework that Bashar teaches, and he's sort of like
I
a
Bashar, I
you
think.
do know Bashar? Okay, great.
Yeah, like similar to Abraham, right? But
Yes.
like different.
Yes.
The only snippets that I've heard though are like so direct, and I don't think I was ready for them.
You know, he's very like I don't like his
Delivery,
the delivery. It's aggressive. It's aggressive.
a little bit. I think
Yeah,
that's what.
yeah.
Oh, I
It's
don't know if this
yeah,
one.
it's aggro. However, the message I love, like which is follow your joy, follow your excitement. You know,
Okay.
it's the same idea. But what he said in terms of belief and timelines is like you can find out how long it is going to be before you get this pink Jeep. And here's how to do it. You said in 20 years, is that believable to you? And you were like, oh yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I ask you, is it believable that you'd get this pink Jeep in 15 years? Can you do it then? What's your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Okay. What about in 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay. What about in 8 years?
Yeah.
How about 5?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah. See, this is
Could
where I
could
start to be
could
like,
could you do it to Well, wait. This is
I
where I
think
start to be what?
three is when I was like, oh shit. I don't know. Like something happened.
As as soon as that number goes, oh shit, that's how long it will take you at this current moment with the
Okay.
beliefs that you have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, and it's funny, you know what else I just thought about? Okay, like again, I really visualized a pink Jeep when you just asked me these questions. There is a pink Jeep somewhere right now, and it's sitting without an owner. You know what I mean? Like it's
Absolutely. Yeah.
there. It's
Yeah.
available. I think that that's also something that I need to reiterate in my mind or remind myself of. Like there's not a lack of pink Jeeps. They're there for your
Yes.
ownership.
Yes. And there's also like something a cool idea is like somebody has a pink Jeep right now that they're using, but they're in like let's say 3 years from now, they're going to be ready to sell it, and you're going to be in the position to want it. And so it's like perfectly like, able to, whether it's new, I mean, maybe it'll be totally new. Like that's also true. But like that's a cool idea too. Like everything that you want, the person that you're going to end up dating exists right now. Like that's kind of cool to think about, right?
Yeah.
He's like walking around somewhere. He's living his life in this very moment. And neither of you have any idea, but like that's cool to think about.
I wish him well. But not too well that he's having too good of a time without me, you know?
I feel like if he has too good of a time, that will help him find you faster because if he's in good vibes, then he can
Ooh, and
connect
thanks
with
for
you in good
catching me,
vibes.
and thanks for catching me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wish someone well. I'm going to invite someone else to the chat now and just
Sure.
show Sakina, welcome to the room. Thanks for being here. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Hey, Chris.
Hi.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
You can hear me or no?
Yes, we can.
Yeah?
We can.
It's just that my volume is up. My volume is kind of low, I think.
Oh, that's okay. As long as you can hear
So, one sec.
me and I can hear you, we're good. What is on your mind today, Sakina?
1 minute. Let me just fix this volume.
Oh, sure.
Oh, that's actually, I don't know what to put it to. Default mix.
Okay, Sakina, while you figure that out, I'm gonna let you figure that out on the back end. Alina,
What's
I
up?
love this. I love this discussion. I love this, like the where your mind is able to go now. I want to like go back to the idea of like once you start shifting states, once you start having breakthroughs, like your mind is gonna start to be able to play in ways that it wasn't able to play before. And I just love that. Like, that's such a cool element because it just means it's almost like you reach a new level and then you could see new things. And then you reach another new level and you can see more new things. And you reach another new level and you can see more new things. And so like you're on that journey, which is so fun because now there are going to be things that we've maybe even talked about multiple times before that are just going to hit you different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
I thank you. I really appreciate this conversation. I think just like talking about it is really fun.
Yeah, it is. It is very fun. Yeah, I love I just love seeing like people like things clicking, and I like this for me too. Like absolutely have noticed that the more I practice this, the better things are. The better I am able to like understand concepts, and the more I start to get. And I can listen to like videos that I've watched, like mindset videos and stuff that I've watched like years ago, and listen to the same exact thing again, but get a whole new meaning out of it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say it's possible that I might have to drop off in a few. I'm getting picked up to go walking on the beach.
Oh, nice. Oh my
Yeah.
god, have fun. Oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up soon, but I will be so
But
if you have to
I'm
leave.
gonna be listening until, I have to go, but I don't want
Okay.
to interrupt. So just wanted to say that.
Sure. Awesome. Well, whenever you need to leave, feel free. I'm gonna wrap up this soon as well, since I've been doing it for almost an hour. Sakina, what's on your mind today? Uh-oh, now I can't hear you. Alina, can you hear her?
No, I
No.
can't.
Wait a minute,
I
No,
can
I'm
we
trying to
see
set
that.
it up to my
But oh,
microphone.
Oh, okay. I think we can hear you now.
Yeah, you can hear me now? Okay, good. It's just that
Great.
it's not
Perfect.
set
You're
up to
good.
my Scarlett, my, mixer for some reason. Before it was working on my mixer the last time we
That's
talked.
okay. As long as we can hear you now. So what's your question? What's going on?
Okay, my question, sorry, because your other side, because I'm went on there to sign in. So my
Yeah.
question is like, how do I get over this? Remember when what I spoke to you about regarding about me being jealous of like
Mm,
remember that actor I told you I wanted to work with before, and I told you I got jealous of him because he's successful and all that. So I was watching this
mm.
video because he was successful, right? And we were talking about this in Clubhouse. Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if this specific topic I remember or the jealousy piece of things, but I get a sense. Okay, so you have
Yes.
this jealousy that you're feeling. Okay, and then you're
Yeah,
having
no,
trouble with that?
it was a topic regarding about me being remember I was telling you I was being jealous of Seth? Remember
Yeah.
I told you I wanted to work with him and I said, I was jealous of him, and I spoke to you about this on Clubhouse. So and you told me something, I can't remember what it is, but I'm getting this again, it's coming back.
Mm,
I was watching a video, about him when they were talking about when he was younger, and that he was young and he was rich, or when he was 24, and and he's like the youngest successful writer and executive producer
mm,
at a very young age. Right? Like he's the richest out there, right? Whatever that they said, and I just started to feel those negative feelings again. But at
mm.
the same time, I
So what
wanna work with him, at the same time, like, I'm having these mixed feelings. I don't think it's
Yeah.
funny. I know it's weird.
No, it's
I'm just
real. It's human, right? So we feel jealous of other people sometimes. So what is the thought of that? What is the thought behind the jealousy that you feel like I don't have level of success? And I'm jealous that someone else has it.
I'm jealous of the fact that, they're successful and I'm not, like, I'm still struggling on the voice thing. I haven't even done the auditions yet because I was doing a homework for this course I'm taking. It's called Exploring Careers,
Hmm,
and there's a lot of homework to do. I'm almost done the first package and I gotta do the other ones, but they're a lot, so I'm not auditioning for a while. I haven't been auditioning on Backstage,
okay.
it's called. So I'm just thinking I would never get there. Like I want to win awards and I want to make good money, a lot of money. I said I
Yeah.
want to be rich. I put on my vision board. I have a
Great.
book. Um,
Amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
But this jealousy is a so thinking about it, like jealousy is a negative emotion, right? So
Yeah.
negative emotions come with negative headspaces, which means
Mhm.
when you're feeling that way in those moments, you're kind of blocking yourself from ideas that could help you, from perspectives that can help you, from clarity that could help you, from seeing what to do or knowing what to do that could help you. And so like thinking about it maybe in terms of like how can I change, like ultimately it would be cool to practice like I used to have jealousy issues when I first moved to LA. Before, as I was just starting to get into TV, I had a friend who he's still one of my best friends
Mhm.
now. His name is Max, and he wrote this movie that got on Netflix, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my god,
You mentioned this.
do you remember this?
I remember it very well, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I was jealous because he was like, have he was at a level in his career where I was like, oh, I want that, and I felt that same feeling of like what, but this is normal. This is like human emotions to feel jealous sometimes. But ultimately, what helps? Well, first of all, a couple things. Number one is like that was not. I still want. He's still my friend, and I wanted to support him. I still love him. I still, like at the time I wanted him to, I didn't want him not to have that. I just wanted that for me as well. I wanted that level of like, doing what he wanted to do for a living and like actually having it on a huge platform and, that kind of thing. What ultimately started changing how I thought about everything was just the idea of focusing on me and what I'm doing and like it's like that comparison thing.
Mhm.
Comparison can really take us out of the moment and can make us feel insecure in ourselves or behind in what we've got going on or like what our journey is like. And all that does is just take us off the path for longer periods of time when there's no need to. And so something you could do is start to get like enjoy the idea that people are doing what makes them happy and that they're seeing success, because if you want to see success like that, you would want people to root for you too. Like you would want
Yeah.
people to support you. You would want people to you ultimately want those everybody, including the specific people you're talking about, and just like your friends and the people you love and the coaches that are helping you and all and everybody, you just want everybody to be happy, and including yourself. And so if you can kind of start to look at things like that, and you can start to see like, oh my god, good for him, like, because here's the thing, if he didn't have that, then you wouldn't even have a show that you'd want to be on, right?
Yeah. But and another thing is I not just one show, several shows of his that he directs, and I wanna work with him several times, but this is weird, like, I have, like, these mixed emotions, like, I really wanna work with him, like, I like him a lot,
Yeah.
I respect him, but at the same time, I feel jealous of him.
Right. And so that's going to be a matter of practicing other kinds of thoughts about that thing, because you want to ultimately because here's the thing, you don't want to get to it's going to be harder to, manifest those dreams if you have negative energy, like negative headspaces, which is what jealousy is. If you have that active in your system, in your mind, then that's going to be harder to navigate those dreams. That's first of all. And secondly, even when you're able to do that, you don't want to eventually get to a place where you interview for one of those shows or that you audition for one of those shows and you have that vibe going on, because that's going to be very repelling to people. People can sense when someone has a negative energy about them, or when they are like, whether it's jealous or angry or whatever the negative feeling is, like other people can feel that energy. And so you want to definitely make sure that you start shifting this way before you have any opportunities where you'd be around that person or any of these people that might cause that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough, like, I'm not gonna say that right in front of his face, but, like, not right away, but, like, if I meet him and then, I stay connected, hopefully, then, eventually, as I have a relationship with him and, there's a connection there, eventually, I will tell him I felt jealous of he's gonna
Felt past tense, meaning that you intend to change that.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
felt jealous of him.
I guess I'm asking you, like, do you want to change that?
Yeah, I do, I'm not happy,
Yeah.
and yeah. So
Yeah, okay. So the way to change that is to find different perspectives that you can look at it where you can think of that instead. So like what would be something that you can think about this situation where you can like maybe it's just even saying like I'm really happy that this person is as successful as he is. Like I'm happy for him because I want that for my life. Does that
right.
work? Like that could be one.
Yeah, it's not that I wanna do the same careers that he's doing. I don't wanna become a
Right.
show creator, a singer, a director, producer, which
Right.
is he's a producer too for his own shows. I'm a voice actor, but then I
Right.
find I find, like I look for other things, like, that he's not really great at, like the voice acting. He's not the best at voice acting, I know, because he doesn't get a lot of awards for voice acting. He only got 2
Wait a minute,
Emmy
doesn't he do,
Awards.
like, the voices for all of his shows, like, the main voices for most of his shows?
I do, but, like, he only got, like
Sounds like he gets plenty of voiceover work, yeah.
no, he does, but he has no awards. Like, he's not nominated.
Oh, you're
He
looking
only
for
got
awards
nominated for
too.
2 awards, only for 2
Oh,
for
only nominated for 2 awards, okay,
yeah,
wow.
Emmy for only his own characters. There was
That's
there was a movie that he did called, Sing, and he was playing a Frank Sinatra type mouse.
yeah,
You gotta see it. It's with, Matthew McConaughey, you gotta see it. It's called Sing. It's a cartoon, and he's great in that. No award. He was in the loudest voice in the room that was with Russell Crowe.
wow.
That was
What
about,
kind of awards do you wanna win?
I wanna win
Mm,
Emmys. I wanna win,
what
Saturn,
is Saturn?
but Saturn, I think, is
Yeah,
Saturn
what is
Award?
that?
It's like a I think it's for, I think it's for show creating, like, maybe,
Oh,
I don't know,
okay.
I think it's for sciences, and
Oh,
entertainment.
okay. Okay, cool.
And there's also I got really jealous and he won an award. It was called, the Robert Foster Award, but that was for, like, lifetime achievement. He got that at age 50.
I was jealous of someone for making a lifetime achievement award. That's funny. Um,
Yeah, and then I told my voiceover coach, the 1 out of 4
yeah,
auditions, she says, have you done any of the stuff that he is
yeah.
doing?" "No, I haven't," but that doesn't help
Right,
me,
right, right. Oh,
you
and the
know?
jealousy doesn't help you either, for sure. Like, so the
Yeah,
practice is gonna be, and I kind of want to wrap up soon because I've been going over an hour today. But like for next time, that the next time I see you, like try to think of things that you can think of instead of when this jealous thing comes up. Like it can be something like, I'm happy that he's found like that he is I love that someone that creative has been able to find that success and then help other people make so many jobs. Like think about all the voice actors that that person has hired, right? Like of all his shows, not only
yeah,
just Family Guy, but like American Dad and all his and the Cleveland Show and like all the other and the movies he's made. Like all of that has helped so many actors find work and very steady work because he's been doing this for decades or something. He's been doing this since I was a kid. So like that is so much work
wow.
that he's allowed other people to find. Like he's benefited a lot of careers in that way. And so that might be one way to look at it as like for appreciation for him, like that he's been able to provide so many voice actors work and you hope to be one of those someday.
Yeah, I wanna work with him several times. I'm gonna, keep building I wanna build a friendship with him and a working relationship, best friend, and, I'm hoping you'll be my best
Who
friend too.
knows?
And
Uh,
I'm
you,
yeah, and I'm hoping that one day I could, because you were talking to, Alina about finding, she wants to find her
yeah.
romantic partner. I'm hoping I could find that too. We can talk about that
So
privately,
another time. Yeah.
you
I
know?
mean yeah, so anytime I love this, like do the switch. So anytime that you feel like, do you feel true like is this a stretch to believe to go back to the jealousy thing for a minute? Like do you think that it's a stress for you to feel like, oh, I feel appreciative that he's helped so many voice actors find work and have steady work? Like is that something you can truly believe?
Hmm, that's kinda hard because I been so negative for
Mm,
so long with this, even though my first, positive feeling was I wanna work with him. This is before I met the other coach. I met the first one before I met the 1 out of 4 auditions
mhm.
coach. So, I wanted this. I never thought about being jealous, and then because I just wanted to work with him, and that was my
Yeah.
dream, and, you know, like, you're so lucky, you're not jealous of Conan O'Brien.
No, because we're doing completely different things, and I am like I have nothing but adoration and admiration for him. Like I love that he's out there doing what he's doing. Like he's at, in my opinion, like he's adding light and comedy and like laughter to a world that can really use it. So like to me, that's like so admirable. Like that, I love that. I'm so glad he's had the career he had. I'm so glad he's changed the lives he's changed. Like speaking as someone whose life was one of those people, like just even for him inspiring me to want to go down that path. Like that in itself, I'm so
Mhm.
appreciative of. And so like if you can find ways to exchange this jealousy because it's really just negative and not helpful to you, exchange it for appreciation, a change for like gratitude that like that this even allow if he didn't exist in doing what he's doing, like meaning Seth MacFarlane that you're talking about, like if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
didn't exist and is not doing what he's
Perfectly.
doing, if your jealousy was like I wouldn't want him to have what the success he has. You wouldn't even have a dream to do that, to like do that show, to do those shows because he wouldn't be where he is, you know?
Yeah, and I wouldn't wa I wanna work with him on the Orville as well, be a voice actor for that because they have a voice actor on there. It was D. Bradley Baker.
So it's just to
So
say, like, I love that. I love that you have dreams for this kind of thing. As someone who had dreams to be on a specific show too, like I can relate to that. But the best way to do that is to continue to put yourself in good headspaces as often as you can and for as long as you can. And when those jealousy feelings come up, that's knocking you out of the good headspaces. Now you're in negative headspaces and you really want to change that. So whenever the jealousy pops up, start to replace that with either some positive thought about him and the shows that you want to work for, that you want to work on. For example, I'm really appreciate that he has the career that he has, that he's made, helped so many voice actors find work and hold work. Either the appreciation, or get your mind off of it altogether and just focus on what you're doing and what fun you're having on your adventure and your journey in voice acting. Like the fun that you're having in your auditions, the fun that you're having in your classes, the fun that you're having with your coach, the fun that you're having as you actually practice the craft, the fun that you're having as you learn about what acting is more and more and how you are getting better at it. And don't even think at all about like anything that would make you jealous or anyone that would make you jealous. So you get to decide, you get to choose, like either you don't think about it at all and then you can avoid that feeling, or think you can think about the topic or the person, but instead of being jealous, you're going to practice appreciation just tell yourself the things that you appreciate. I appreciate that he's been successful. I appreciate that he has multiple shows because that gives me more options that I can use to like get onto more opportunities that I can have. I appreciate that he's helped so many actors in that world find steady work. I appreciate how creative he is. I appreciate how much he's added to comedy, like the comedy world. Like I appreciate how much that show has made me laugh. Like if he wasn't there, like I wouldn't have had those moments that made me laugh. Like what do you love about Family Guy and American Dad and like those shows? Like think about that kind of stuff and focus on that. And if you can't do that without feeling jealous, then stop thinking about that altogether and just focus on your life and your craft and what you're doing. But either way, you got to avoid the negative headspaces as much as possible.
yeah, that's true, and also there was another thing too. I was watching this other video, and they were talking about his new, uh it's a new album that he's
Mhm.
creating. He's gonna be performing at the Disney Concert Hall in
Mm.
LA. And, it's like a Frank Sinatra album. It's all these arrangements that Frank Sinatra never did, and he had connections to his family members, and he met with his
Oh,
son,
that's
and,
cool.
he's on Family Guy, so that he did all this. Yeah, that is cool. And when I watched that interview, I felt like, I felt he's not gonna like my letter. And by the way, my letter is not like pushing or like being, making people like feel some kind of negative way. It's not even written on from me. It's written on behalf of me from
Oh,
my
cool.
coaches.
Okay.
So yeah, because I was just because you were mentioning, suppose someone writing a letter like before when you were talking to sharing about this in
Yeah,
a live
and just
stream.
keep an open mind
So
about that too, because the way I thought I was gonna get on Conan, it didn't happen that way. It came out of a whole different avenue. So don't think that you want to think about it like there's multiple paths. There's 100 paths for you. There's 1,000 paths for you that you can journey that will get you to your goals. But you don't have, it won't be one of them, and you're probably not going to even be able to predict which one it's going to be. It'll probably be something that you don't even think of and you couldn't even imagine it in your head, but that's probably going to be what it is. But just like go with an open, flexible mind towards these stuff. But whenever that jealousy comes up, I want you to stop yourself. And what are the two things that you would do if the jealousy, if you catch yourself the next time you feel jealous? What are two things that you can do?
I could say that I'm very happy that he has been successful because then get the opportunity to get to work with him. I don't wanna say possibly,
Sure.
actually, I shouldn't be saying that, to
Yeah.
work with him one day, because possibly is, like, up in the air, and then you'll feel
Mm,
negative, and it's like it's not gonna happen. You're like, "Oh, if it is, if
mm,
it isn't," it's not a good word. I don't like
okay.
that word, but people
Yeah.
use it. So I'll just say, like, I'm happy that he is successful and you know, been very successful. He helped a lot of people get
Yeah.
work and it will help me and because he's been so good to his coworkers and I will get a chance to work with him as well and we'll have this amazing bond and this amazing connection, working relationship, best friendship.
Cool.
I know it's kind of weird to say best
I know, but
friendship,
I understand
because
that
I
you
don't know him.
appreciate this person and that yeah, I get that. But
But I did meet him once, so that's why my mind is going there too, because we had a great connection the first time
cool.
when I
Well,
met
people
him.
become friends. Adults become
Uh,
friends all the time with each other. Like who knows? Who knows what will happen? I love the idea that like anything is possible. But yeah, so I love that. Like when you feel jealous next time, start thinking about why you're happy for this person, why you like what this person's doing. List the things to yourself that you appreciate about his work or his career or him. Like just list your appreciation and then move on with your life and go back to focusing on whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to stay on that topic for too long. All you're trying to do is like every time the jealousy comes up, try to catch it early and then switch it to this and then change topics and move on with your day and focus on whatever the next thing you want to focus on that day is, and just watch how that slowly starts to fade the jealousy away. Like once you start replacing, so the jealousy will pop up and then you'll immediately counter it with this like appreciation, and the more times you, and then you'll go about your day and you'll do something else, but the more times you do that, the less and less jealousy will be there, and it'll just slowly start fading away and away and away until it's just not something you feel anymore. You'll just feel appreciative about the everything, about the person, about the shows he's made, about the creativeness, the creativity that he's had, about everything, all that stuff, and that will benefit you because then you'll be in good headspaces where you'll have access to the kinds of ideas and inspiration that can help you move in that direction.
right.
Cool.
Thank you so much. I wish I met someone like you many years ago.
Oh,
That'd be
oh,
awesome.
but
I
it's
hope
never too late though. It's never too
I
late.
hope
Just keep like I know that would have been cool. It would have been I thought it would have been cool if I had figured this what I'm talking about out a long time ago. Like that would have been amazing if I had figured that out in my like 20s, but I didn't. Like so we just got to work with where we are, which is great because it's never too late. It's never too late. Um
but but like sorry, but one question, sorry, but like why do I feel this
why do
way?
you feel what way?
Why is this coming up? The jealousy and then me being negative about me, showing him my letter one day if I meet him, like he's gonna like what are my negative things like that I'm thinking about regarding with that letter, like he's just gonna throw it out. Like if I meet him in person, he's just gonna throw it out. He'll say, yeah, yeah, I'll see it, and then he'll just throw it
I mean,
away,
that could
you know.
happen. People don't often read I don't know. I don't even read all my mail. Like, I don't know. I've like that. You have to just be open that it's okay if that happens, but that the universe will help you work things out. Like, if let's pretend for a minute that you send the letter, or your coaches sent the letter, right? And he never reads it. He never sees it because most celebrities don't look at mail anyway,
Yeah,
whatever. They
which
have an
is one of the
assistant.
one out of 4 other
Yeah,
things told me.
and then so, like,
Sorry.
let's say that he never did, but let's say that you ended up getting an audition for American Dad and like a voiceover audition for American Dad, and you land it and you get that job. You're not gonna give a shit about the fact that he read a letter or didn't read a letter because now you're working on a show. You know what I mean? So, like, who cares about the
Yeah.
specifics of that? Like, let the universe show you as you play it out, but yeah, don't be so tied up in that. To answer your question of like, why do you feel that way, or like why is that coming up? I think only you can answer that.
Yeah.
However, I think the general answer is practice negative thoughts for a long time can lead us to these kind of things. Like lead us to, oh, it's like that kind of thing about being jealous of this person probably didn't start with him. There were probably other people in your life as you grew up that you were jealous of for one reason or another. It's like things like that. It's like
Right.
practice thoughts like that that are just over and over again that just get us sometimes. But the difference between then and now is that now you know different and you can start doing that replacing of appreciation or happiness and positivity instead, and start to like fade out the jealousy so that you're in more good headspaces more often. You're doing this consciously now in a way that you've never done it before, in your past, in years past, and so that's okay. But like it's starting now. So you have the tools now that you hadn't had a long time ago. So think about it like that. And that means that changes are then going to be possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I have been jealous about sorry, about somebody in the past, so I was, like, in my
Sure.
20s because they're got successful young, and I've been struggling for so long trying to get work, like, just a regular job, like, this was even, like, when I'm in voiceover, like, still struggling,
Sure.
like, I can't even get work and, like, everything, and I hate the fact that I started voice acting, and I started voice acting at
Mm.
age 30, and I didn't like that because, I'm getting older and, like, nothing's happening. I'm 38
Yeah,
now.
you know there are,
So
like, plenty of roles for older people. There are gonna be roles that in, like, 30 or 40 years from now, your voice is gonna be appropriate for because they're gonna need older voices. There's, like, grandparents they're gonna need at some point, like, you're gonna need the grandma voice or the whatever voice, like, the older person voice, and so, like, it's never too late to start. The problem isn't the late start, the problem is your negative thinking about the late start. The problem is not that people
mm,
are more successful than you earlier in life. The problem is that you're jealous of them being successful of you earlier. Does that make sense?
yeah, because I was jealous of Seth when he was, younger. Not when he was younger, like, I didn't know him when he was younger. I never heard of him then, but, like, when I
But this
see
is the
him,
practice, right? Now
you know
like I want to try to like I want even in chats like this for you to practice not saying that you're jealous anymore, in the sense of you're saying instead, I know now what to do. And so, yes, I was jealous. I've had a struggle with jealousy before, but I now know what to do, and from now on I'm going to start practicing, and I will next time we chat, I'm going to update you, Chris, about like what cool things I've been shifting, because I'm going to take what your words are to heart that I've agreed with, that I've resonated with, and I'm going to practice that and see how this works, because I do want to move past that instead of, keep like, hanging yourself. I don't want to keep like you hanging this idea of jealousy like it's a thing that you have, like that you can't get around, because this is obviously very changeable. So that's the practice, right? That's what you're going to start shifting in yourself.
okay, I just have to keep thinking good thoughts, like, I wanna work with him and all that. I want him to be my
You
friend
want good
and
things for
all
everybody.
that
Like
too.
it's here's the easy way that I get around this too, is like I want everyone to be happy. I just want everyone to be happy. I want all my friends to be happy. I want my family to be happy. I want the people that I admire to be happy. I want the anyone in the world I like to be happy. I want you to be happy. I want Alina to be happy. I want everybody watching to be
Mhm.
happy. Like that's what I want. And so if you can get to that vibe of like wanting that too, which isn't that hard to want. Like wanting people to be happy is like a good that's just you as a good person, like that's just being a kind heart, a good soul. Like that's what we all want. We want it for our kids, we want it for ourselves, we want it for the people we love. Just want that for everybody, and then you'll see how what kind of cool changes that come from that, because Seth is going to be one of those people that you just want to be happy, and just keep reminding yourself like I want him to be happy, and I want my family to be happy, and I want me to be happy, and I want everybody to be happy. So Like practice that and see what happens in the next like few weeks.
Okay, I'll practice that and the session thing. I only have a couple of I have some money. I don't think I won't have enough money to do a coaching session with you. So is it possible you could, you know, um, make an
Maybe we
exception?
could talk about it. I don't know. I only have so many available slots that I try to do like give free coaching to certain people that can use it, but I'm currently have like 9 active people that I'm coaching. So my schedule right now is full, but let's talk in the future. That's a possibility.
Okay. Do you know when? Like, you can let me know
I don't
to.
know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, and also here's the thing. Like, this kind of a venue, like a live stream like this, is my chance to do coaching with people who can't sign up for my coaching. You know what I mean? Like, it's not everyone can afford that. I understand that, which is why I do free things like this, so that people who can't do that has a chance to work with me and like practice what I'm teaching right here. So like you have the availability to do a live stream with me whenever I'm on, you know? So use that, like know that
Right.
I will tell you everything here that I would tell you in coaching here. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay, and even, like, about, like, the soulmate thing in terms of what you're saying to
Yeah.
Alina, because I wanna find my romantic partner
Amazing.
too.
Yeah. So do
So,
I. Like, yeah, that's
yeah.
cool. We're all manifesting that together. But like, all it takes again is like being in good headspaces as often as you can. The more time you have fun in your day, the more times you allow yourself to relax every day, the more times you play every day, the more times you laugh every day, the more times you enjoy any moment of your day, the more times you do all of that, the more times you'll get into good feeling headspaces that will allow you to think of the cool things, go to the places that you can run into your future partner, go to like do the things that will help you, you know, like go to the apps or the sites that might get you to your future partner. Like there's a million ways you can
Oh, I've tried that. I don't like
I
those.
you know what would be
I
funny
wanna
though?
be
Like
outside.
totally, and I'm with you. Then don't do them. But I think it would be funny because there could be like sometimes I like to think about that too. I'm not gonna forget about the apps. I'm not gonna do the apps. But then the thought is in my mind sometimes of like, what if my perfect person is literally just signed onto the app yesterday or today or tomorrow or something, and because I've sworn them off because I've never had a good experience on them, I miss that person. Like I'm not willing to make that choice. Like you can do that. Like people don't sometimes don't like apps, but then allow yourself if you make that choice, like well then it's going to be getting out more, like right? Then it's going to be going to I don't know, like going to different places, going to parks, going to different shops and like getting out and doing more of that kind of stuff. So you can decide how to live your life however you want, obviously, but like just keep an open mind and good vibes so that when you finally meet that person, whether it's online or whether if it's in person, you'll know and you'll be in such a good vibe that they'll vibe with you, you know?
Okay. Alright, I'll do that. But I like to do my activities, hockey and whatever,
Cool.
like, I'm gonna be doing those, so then
Well, you could
therefore,
definitely meet people that way
I'll
too, right?
yeah, and I'm gonna see a Cirque du Soleil concert, this
Awesome.
Saturday.
Oh, that's fun. That's a
So,
fun
yeah,
show. I've seen many
yeah.
Cirque shows before and they're always so mind-blowing. So cool.
I'm going this Saturday, so it's in,
Cool.
Lakeshore Boulevard. It's in
Cool.
Toronto,
Enjoy that.
downtown.
And yeah, just keep an open mind and a flexible mind that you can meet the person that is right for you is out there and you will meet them someday. And when you do, you want to be in good headspaces so that your energy is good so that when you strike up conversation with him or her, you'll be able to have that connection.
Oh, it's a him. It's a him. I
Great.
want it
It
to be
does
him.
to me it doesn't matter. So I love that. Great. Um
Thank
but
you.
yeah, but you get it.
And
Like just carry good energy and watch what happens because real magic does happen when we're in the places to see it. But people who are miserable or in unhappy headspaces or closed off, they'll go out and about and they
yeah.
might be running into people that could perfectly be great for them, but they just don't even notice in the moment that that's what's happening. Like I've been in encounters before where there was a person that was very much flirting with me that I didn't even connect the dots that they were doing that. And then only after I left did I go, oh my God, wait a minute, was that person flirting with me? Like, oh, I completely missed it. So just know, like, there could be people like literally standing in front of you having a conversation with you. And because your mind isn't there, if your mind isn't in the right place, you might completely miss out on opportunities that might be literally right in front of you. So just keep an open, flexible mind, and keep that positive energy going, and then just go about your day enjoying your life as much as you want, as much as you can, and then watch the magic unfold, both in career and love and creativity and money and any area of your life that you want improvement on or that you want growth on. That is the key to it. That's like the overall key to everything.
Okay. Did you get a hold of that guy that was
No, I
flirting
was
with
at
you, or
some like event that was just like a one-off, and there's no way to like, they have this Reddit thread that's like, I can't remember what the subreddit is, but it's like you post there if you ran into someone in the wild and like you wanted, if you were like, if you were that person that, had a conversation with me at with near that restaurant or whatever, right outside that restaurant, then let me know. But like, I don't like, that's really rare for that to work. I know.
damn.
Sometimes you just miss opportunities. That's all right.
But what is his name? Did you get
No,
his
I didn't
name
get
at least?
anything. It was so like fast, but it's okay.
What?
It's like, you live with those too. Like that's part of life as well. It's like not being, I probably, if I'm being honest, I probably wasn't prepared for like at the time to like be with that person anyway. So now I'm ready, but like at the time I wasn't, which is why my brain wasn't there. You know what I mean? Like my mind wasn't present enough to pick up on those clues. So, but so that's the importance that I'm saying, is the importance of having the right mindset and being in the right headspace, so that when those things happen and you want them, you can spot, like, if you want certain things, whether it's a love interest or like career opportunities or whatever, like your mind will naturally start trying to like, will start picking things out of your daily life. It'll be like someone will mention the name of a website and you'll be like, oh, well, that could be cool to like try for, like, to look at for job postings. I've never looked at that website before. I'll try that, or whatever. Like, this is just one random example, but like if your mind knows what you want and you're in a good headspace and an open and flexible headspace, you'll seek out certain things. You'll go down the rabbit holes. You'll pull the threads that will start to unfold really cool moments. You know what I mean? Does this all make sense?
Yeah, and I know the type of person I want. I have a
Good. Okay,
list,
great.
but, it's not good to always it's good to have a list, but it's not gonna be exactly what you want. There's gonna be some, deviations there, but I know exactly
So
what
when
I
you
want
run
in
into
terms
this
of the type of
person,
person.
you'll kind of get a sense of like,
Yeah,
oh, he matches like these things, like a lot of my main things. Maybe that is meaningful to me, right? Like, yeah, I love that. Okay, cool. I
yeah.
have to wrap it up here,
Thank
Sakina,
you.
because I've done an hour and a half, so I have to go. But thank you for joining on the live stream, and thank you. Oh, Yoni, when did you message? Sorry to miss this. Hey, Chris, getting here late. Uh, Yoni says dinner's ready. Got to run. Okay, bye, Yoni. Like, that was a quick one, but I appreciate you being here too. Thanks for texting. Um, and thank you,
Okay.
Sakina, for joining today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Is it possible you can do, like, a live stream, like, can you come on earlier instead of
I don't know.
7 PM Thursdays?
I've been thinking about maybe ending my live stream soon, because I want to do more YouTube videos and I don't have a lot of time to do everything. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted if I ever do. But if you follow this channel, then you'll get alerted when I'm going live. So you'll be able to tune in if it is earlier.
Okay, and I sent you a message, your before. You can check it
Okay.
out. I sent it to you. It's from YouTube. I just sent you, not now, but I
Okay.
sent you before in your last
I'll
video
look
because I was
for it.
asking
All
you
right.
a
Thanks,
question.
Takina. Bye.
Thank you so much. Sorry to
No,
take up
that's
your
okay.
time.
Glad to have you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining today. Thank you for watching on replay. If you're watching from replay, if you could do me the favor of giving me a thumbs up, a like on this video, that would be very helpful. Or any engagement. If you want to comment, please post your breakthrough. If you've had one recently, post about your breakthrough. If you feel it coming, if you feel your breakthrough coming, post about that. Speak positively into the universe about what it is that you want and what's going on in your life, because it's not only just good just to do that like metaphysically, but also like you're training your mind to think in ways that and operate in ways that help you. So feel free to do that. If you want, let me tell you, if you want your journey of learning and mastering your emotions, please feel free to go to my site, chrisnewth.com. You can sign up for my free EQ newsletter. I send you a daily email each day with a different cheat code that you can use in your life to help you learn your emotions and help you understand what they are, what they mean, what to do with them. They're super helpful. So check that out. It's a totally free resource. I also have obviously a lot of YouTube videos and live streams, a backlog that you could check out if that's something that you're interested in. And if you are interested in working with me specifically one-on-one, I have that available too. Just check out my website. Right now, my schedule is full, but it should be opening up soon. Probably within the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'll have more openings. So feel free to sign up for my coaching too. Emotional intelligence coaching, and emotional mastery. So all that's available to you. But either way, whatever it is that you choose to do, definitely do a self practice of listening to yourself, understanding your emotions, doing what makes you happy, thinking in ways that make you happy, changing the way you're looking at things, changing your perspectives. All those things are so pivotal to change your life and will make any breakthrough more than possible. It'll make it very logical that you can find the breakthrough you're looking for. So I believe in you. I will continue to do these streams as long as it makes sense for me to do it. And if I don't do these live streams at any point, I will be switching over to doing YouTube videos that you can absolutely watch and comment on and like interact with as a community too. So who knows where this goes? I'm not trying to put, I'm not married to one specific path. I'm kind of going with the flow as I live my life the way I teach, which is go with the flow, do what makes sense, do what works. And when something shifts, like just shift with it, change with it. And that's worked out really well for me. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. Please feel free to reach out if you have any comments, questions, or just want to share your breakthrough moments or what helped you in that way, or what you're looking forward to with your breakthrough, a breakthrough that's coming up for you, that in your future, hopefully your near future, that you're looking forward to, because it's absolutely possible that that can happen. And I very much want to hear when it does. And remember, the key to doing that, just to like full circle it, is to get yourself into good feeling headspaces as often as possible. And my cheat codes in the EQ newsletter will help you do that. Will help you train your mind to be in that, we're operating on that level, and help you understand yourself so that you can do the things and say the things and think the things that can bring you to these good headspaces. Until then, take care, have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.